Padres fans, we're here to give you a 360 view and an all-access pass to your San Diego Padres. Here's what we have on deck for today's show. Mark Grant is at it again, this time in the Mile High City, testing the knowledge of Rockies fans. Plus, we say farewell to one of the greatest broadcasters to call the game. And we take an East Coast boy to the Embarcadero and show Ryan Buchter how we fish here in San Diego. All that and more now on Padres POV, presented by Saquon.
The winning run's on third, spelled LeMahieu. I'm sorry, you're wrong right out of the gate.
It's never been about me. It's been about the privilege of sitting there.
Every pitch had to be an out pitch. And, I think that was the most taxed I've ever been walking off the mound.
Everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Padres POV. I'm your host, Michelle Margot, and today we're going to take you to the best places to fish in San Diego. In light of our fishing day with Ryan Buchter, which you'll see later in the show, we start here at the Ocean Beach Pier. At 1,971 feet long, the OB Pier is the longest on the West Coast, providing the full variety of inshore fishing. Speaking of full variety, let's give it to Mark Grant, who tests the knowledge of the Colorado Rockies fans in another segment of Do You Know Your Team?
Hello, Friar Faithful. This edition of Do You Know Your Team brings us to the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, home of the Rockies. How well do the Rocky fans know their team? You might be surprised. Let's take a look. How big of a Colorado Rocky fan are you?
I would say I'm a pretty big Rockies fan.
Well, as big as you can be with their season the way it is.
What year did the Rockies franchise start?
1968.
Close.
1965.
No.
1993.
Very good.
1492.
1492? You're a Columbus fan, huh?
1993.
Very good. Oh, look at you, who doesn't want to play? Did you really? The winning run's on third, spelled LeMahieu.
L-E-L-A-M-E.
I'm sorry, you're wrong right out of the gate.
M-A.
M-A-I-H-I.
Whoa.
M-M-L-A.
0 for 1, go ahead.
H-I-E-U.
Were you in a spelling bee before? Where did the Rockies play before here at Coors Field?
Mile High Stadium.
All right.
Mile High Stadium.
Okay, that's good. What venue did they play at?
Yankee Stadium.
Close.
They did play at Yankee Stadium, though.
Mile High Stadium.
Very good. How many feet in a mile?
15,280.
5280.
Very nice.
We do insurance. 5,200.
You guys do insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to buy a plan from you.
5,280.
Pretty much every Denverite. Here comes the fuzz. Everybody.
5,280.
That's yeah, 52. Are you from Denver? So you should know that, right? Hi, officer. I'm glad they didn't recognize me. What is a person from Denver called?
I like that.
Denverite? Denveronian?
Denver, right?
Right. Okay, great. This is going to be easy. Why am I even doing this with this kid? Who is the only Rocky to have his number retired?
Oh, that would be.
By the way, you got something on your tooth right here.
Oh, what is it? 17. Helton, thank you. 17.
Oh, even knew you, though. Look at you, chimed in on that one. Very nice. What is known as the banquet beer?
That would be Coors Heavy.
Not a beer drinker.
I know, me neither. Straight Scotch.
Coors.
How you doing? I'm doing great. Enjoy the game. Rocky, not a Rocky. Matt Holliday.
He was a Rocky.
Eric Young.
He was a Rocky.
Yes or no? Rocky or not a Rocky? Eric Young.
Britney Spears.
Andy Van Slyke.
I don't know who that is, so I'd say no.
Mark Sweeney.
Mark Oliver.
Yeah.
Mark Grant.
The name Mark Grant, you know?
That must be a stud, huh?
Go Knowles. No.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Oh, look at you. You going to the Everglades? You going to hunt some alligators? What are Rocky Mountain oysters?
They're oysters from the Rocky Mountains.
Bull testicles.
Bulls, balls.
Very nice. No, not you. Oh, you're going to be so famous. This is going to go viral on YouTube and everything. All right, Friar Faithful, that's going to do it for 2016. I had a good time. I hope you did as well. So be sure to join us next year, 2017. I'll be here before you know it for another edition of Do You Know Your Team? Better be prepared. I just might sneak up on you.
Way to end the season on a good note, Mud. Recently, Padres executives and players volunteered to pack 40,000 meals for underserved areas in the Dominican Republic. Here's a look at their big day.
It's a great first-year event with Rotary Club 33 here in San Diego and the Padres volunteer team. We're packing up 40,000 meals for underprivileged folks in the Dominican Republic, and we're going to do it all in the next few hours. So we're excited to, again, have this first-year event, what we hope becomes an annual signature event for the Padres volunteer team and Rotary Club 33. They got here bright and early and are ready to get to work, again, helping our friends in the Dominican Republic. They're joined by two Padres minor league players, Eniel De Los Santos and Carlos Belen, who flew over from Peoria and came here to help support the cause that's going to benefit their home country. And we also, Carlos Villanueva donated 2,000 meals himself to help support the cause and get it up to the 40,000 number.
Coming up, we put Ryan Buchter's fishing skills to the test.
What's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
And we take a look down on the farm at the El Paso Chihuahuas championship season. Don't go away.
Congratulations on you, man. This is all your guys.
Yeah!
Yeah. Keep it right. One more, right?
Welcome back to Padres POV. The Padres AAA team, the El Paso Chihuahuas, ended their season on a high note. After defeating the Oklahoma City Dodgers 3-1, the Chihuahuas are officially the Pacific Coast League champions.
Swung on, ground ball to third. This could do it. Noonan has it. Throws the ball to first. It's caught!
1,145 games played this year in the Pacific Coast. Over 999 players played in the PCL this year, and you are the best of all of them.
That's right! It was our goal to win the PCL championship, and to kind of get that done the other night was, I mean, it was just a blast to be a part of this great group of guys.
It's exciting. It's exciting for my guys. We had a plan this year, and from day one, from when I was announced the manager of the Chihuahuas, my goal was to win.
Beginning of the season, we had a mission. We had a mission, and it was to win. We said we're going to win. We're going to develop winners. We talk about development. I wanted guys who would win baseball games because that's what they wanted at the big league level. Guess what? We went out this year and we won. We did it the right way. We did it playing hard. So, fellas, congratulations on you, man. This is all your guys. Yeah. Yeah. Keep it right. One more, right? One more.
It's the first championship for the AAA affiliate of the Padres since 1998. They went on to play in the AAA National Championship against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders on Tuesday, however lost the one-game championship. A part of that PCL title team is catcher Austin Hedges. He sat down with Mark Grant the first day he was back in the big leagues.
We have a champion, PCL champion, Austin Hedges.
That's right, PCL champion, pumped about it.
There's something to be said, Austin, about winning at any level. Tells you something about the team and the endurance that you guys had over the course of the year.
Yeah, I think, winning is what it's all about. It's why we play the game in the first place. And I think it's hard in the minor leagues sometimes to really care that much about it. And the group of guys we had in El Paso this year really, I think, took that to heart and wanted to win. And I think that's going to show here at some point because we prepared for it as a whole. And I think the guys that you see got called up right now can bring that here. And yeah, it was definitely a really winning atmosphere there.
The guys that came up to the big leagues for the year, like Dickerson and those guys, what does it mean to Austin Hedges about the future possibilities here for the San Diego Padres?
I mean, it's super bright, man. I think Dickerson and Schimpf kind of set the tone for us down there before they got called up, and I think we were able to ride that out the rest of the season. And that chemistry that we had with that group of guys, no matter who came in, because it was, like you said, it's a lot of guys, new faces each and every day, but everyone that came in had no choice but to win. I think that's something that we made important to us and ended up showing with the championship.
Was it kind of frustrating knowing that, gosh, I'm having such a great year, but yet I'm not getting called up to the big leagues? You know, you're probably going to play in the big leagues a long, long time. But looking at this year, was it a little frustrating sometimes knowing that you were going to stay probably at AAA?
I mean, obviously, anytime you're in the minor leagues, you want to be in the big leagues. I mean, that's whether I was in short season when I got drafted and low A the next year, like, I wanted to be in the big leagues. That's always the case. So the lessons that I learned last year being here obviously made that even sweeter to know, like, this is why I want to be a big leaguer. Like, when you're here, you know, like, this is the real deal.
What's a Chihuahua bark like when they win the PCL championship?
Oh, it's outrageous. You would not believe how loud it gets there.
Were people barking and stuff? Do they have the Chihuahua bark there in El Paso?
There's some yip, yip, yips and stuff and barks, and they've got some really interesting chants there, but they love the game. They're great fans, and they're a lot of fun to play in front of.
Thanks for your time, and congratulations, and welcome back to the big leagues.
Thank you very much.
Coming up after the break, we find out what Ryan Buchter's favorite baseball moment is while we go fishing.
Getting a win that night. I mean, that's something I'll never forget.
And we say farewell to a legend. We'll be right back.
I haven't worked a day. I've been employed beautifully, and I've enjoyed thoroughly.
But first, let's test your knowledge with some Padres POV trivia. How many NFL seasons has Hall of Fame broadcaster and Padres TV play-by-play announcer Dick Enberg covered in his career? Is it A, 12, B, 35, or C, 42? We'll tell you right after this. Welcome back to Padres POV. Before the break, we asked you how many NFL seasons Hall of Fame broadcaster and Padres TV play-by-play announcer Dick Enberg has covered in his career. If you answered C, 42 NFL seasons, you got it right. So far in his career, Enberg has won 14 Emmy Awards. Pretty impressive, Professor.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my. And how about that?
After 7 seasons of covering your Padres and over 50 years of working as a broadcaster, Dick Enberg is retiring. We caught up with the legend himself. Take a look.
Thank you to everyone. It's time for me to move on, and I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to calling another big league baseball game tonight.
They're talking about my last year. I'm going to be on the floor. I'm going to be in the cellar. Yeah.
It's been such a complete and privileged life, and as so many have said this, I haven't worked a day. I've been employed beautifully, and I've enjoyed thoroughly rubbing shoulders with the greatest athletes in all sports, and to work side by side with people like Mark Grant and Mark Sweeney, and I'm still a fan. They're the players that succeeded, and I get to pick their brain. Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, oh my has been an expression, a great friend of mine for over 50 years of my career, and never have those two words expressed more personal joy than at this very moment. Man, I thought I'd get all the way to the end before I started to get emotional. Scully called me when the announcement was made, and he said, only one piece of advice, Enberg, no crying at Cooperstown.
Congratulations on a magnificent career.
Yeah, I didn't cry at Cooperstown. I didn't cry.
You did very well. I was waiting to see it. No crying at Cooperstown.
What I will miss, what I've enjoyed, and they're the same, aren't they? I'll miss the preparation and the anticipation most of all, and the crowd reaction. I love to play with the crowd and the crowd to punctuate any of my baseball calls.
Punch them all. The Padres regain the lead, 3-2.
I love the San Diego fans, and I love the fact that I'm able to call a game with San Diego in front. Every city says, hey, we're the greatest fans in the world, don't they? Well, we are, and the ones that have loyally stood by this franchise, I can't wait for the time when Petco Park is jammed and there's 1,000 people outside that want to get in and the tickets are all sold out, and they're here to cheer a pennant driving team and eventually a World Series. You're paid to prepare and broadcast the bad games. The goal is to keep your audience and entertain them. You may have to go to history and music and into the great character of Mark Grant. When you have a great game, you don't need all those notes. I mean, the game carries itself. But when it slows down and you're down 10-1 in the 7th inning, you better be prepared so that at least if they want to stay with you, entertain them.
Is relaxing your eyes? Does it make me better looking? No.
You're not the game. You know, you're not the game. You're there to enhance the experience of those watching or listening to you to enjoy the game all the more. And the game, it's never been about me. It's been about the privilege of sitting there and talking about the greatest athletes and the greatest games in the world.
And still to come, we get to know Padres reliever Ryan Buchter and why he likes to fish. Stay with us.
It was one of those moments that you look back and you don't ever forget.
Welcome back to Padres POV. We continue showing you the best spots to fish here at the Embarcadero downtown, right by the ballpark. This is actually where we met up with Ryan Buchter as he opened up to us and let us see who he is off the field over a little fishing. Hey Ryan.
How's it going?
You ready to go fishing?
Oh, let's hopefully we can catch some fish today.
I think with that hat, you absolutely are going to catch some fish.
It's actually my good luck hat.
Is it?
I've never worn it. Oh, this is good.
So we're gonna catch some stingrays, some sharks, some bass. Think we can handle it?
Yeah.
What's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
A couple years ago, I caught a sailfish, probably about this big, if I had to guess.
Did you eat it?
No.
Whoa!
Good chance I almost died there.
Let's talk about baseball. What's been your favorite baseball moment in your whole career?
My debut in Washington against a team that drafted me, extra innings, facing Jason Worth, who played for Philadelphia, where I'm from. I mean, that's a pretty good story to tell. Striking him out on 3 pitches and it was a really good feeling. And then getting a win that night, I mean, that's something I'll never forget.
You do strike out a lot of guys, and I've always wondered, when you win an at-bat and you're facing a hitter, it's a 3-2 count, it's been like 10 pitches, and you strike him out, and he's just so frustrated, breaking a bat, whatever he's doing, how does that feel for you?
It depends. It depends on what out of the inning it is. If it's the first out, I can't get too excited, but if it's the last out of the inning, it's like a sigh of relief. that I can finally just relax a little and not have to worry about making a pitch. Earlier this year, I had like a 13, 12 pitch at bat against Nelson Cruz, and like the whole time I'm just saying to myself, all right, put it in play or strike out. Like, let's end this now. Let's compromise. 12 pitches I think if bases were loaded and he was up, so it was like every pitch had to be an out pitch. And, I mean, I think that was the most taxed I've ever been walking off the mound. All right, let's say switch sides, so get your hair out of your face.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Perfect. Don't kill me.
I'll try not to. Much better. You said you fished with your dad when you were younger?
Yeah, my dad used to take my brother and I fishing. My grandparents owned a lake house in Pennsylvania, and we would drive up every summer and spend time up there or on the weekends, and we would go fishing in the lake, and you know, and it kind of, at a young age, I really loved it. I think spending time with your family, it was one of those moments that you look back and you don't ever forget.
Tell us something that we don't know about you.
I'm a huge Biggie fan. My wife always gives me crap for it because she's a Tupac. Grew up Tupac, Jay-Z, and I had a babysitter early on that listened to Notorious B.I.G. and I fell in love with it. Yeah.
That's all right.
What a childhood.
Wait, I think I got one maybe. I don't really know actually. It just, wait. Oh, I didn't.
Still got nothing on my end.
If you didn't play baseball, what sport would you play?
I don't know. I would crumble if I played football. Honestly, like golf or ping pong, as bad as it would sound.
Oh yeah, you're a golfer.
Yeah. So.
I've seen you hit. I see you hitting the heads off the drivers. It's fine.
Hey, that was a setup. That was rigged. Cameras were rolling.
Is the head in the ground?
No. It's about 15 yards out. I still believe to this day that was rigged.
It was not. Yeah. It was not rigged. I can promise you.
I have his number. I'll call him up.
I don't know if we're just bad at fishing. So
Jinxed
the fishing hat is
Jinxed it. Yeah.
Probably not working for you.
I actually bought this at the team store, and this is the first time I've worn it.
What were you going to use it for? Just a beach day?
Yeah, I don't like the sun, so if I go to the beach with my wife, it's definitely like I'm wearing a shirt, I'm under an umbrella, I'm wearing this hat. There might be socks on. I'm not sure.
There might be socks on. All right, well, I guess we'll just call it a day. You got to get to the field.
Yeah, my good luck fishing hat isn't so much good luck, huh?
It's okay. We'll let the fish live this time. Well, that'll do it for this week's episode of Padres POV. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next week, make sure you tune in. For Ryan Buchter, I'm Michelle Margot.
Cue the rollout.
Got that soft lens going for me, that Dorsey lens.
Welcome back to Padres POV. We continue, what is this flap? Sharks and stingrays.
Payback for Steve Irwin. That's a good one, right?
Okay, nope, not comfortable with this at all. It's coming way too close to me. That is a fat bird. Don't use that in the rollout.